All right, let's do this. This is also the bit of the stream where I secretly stare off screen at my microphone levels to make sure that I'm actually transmitting. It's also pumpkin spice season. Let's do it. All right, everybody. I am Joshua, and I guess this is my Delver Week Daily stream, something like that. We are streaming, or I am streaming Delver development until we get the darn thing done, which is looming ever closer. Yeah, I'm Joshua. It's November 10th, 2017, by the way. Uh, this is the video game I'm talking about, Delver. You can find the website at delvergame.com. If you don't know, Delver is a procedural dungeon crawler with fantasy, first-person shooter, and roguelike elements. It's a little bit of all the things that we love. When I say we, there are two of us working on it, myself and the other developer, Cuttigan. Delver is a passion project. It is a two-person project that we work on in our free time, our spare time, our time in the evenings and the weekends when normal people spend time with friends and family. We spend as much of it as we can on Delver. I mean, that's not to say that we spend all of our time on it, but like we do take time away from other parts of life to work on this, and we love Delver. Don't get me wrong. It's a sacrifice I'm happy to make. But we have no time, no budget, so we're doing the best that we can, and I'm proud of what we've accomplished so far. We are a product. We are on early access on Steam for $7.99. Get it now while it's cheap. We will be raising the price at least to $9.99, potentially higher after release. Again, TBD. We still are working through all that nonsense. Yeah, the 2015 trailer is kind of old. We should spruce up this website sometime. There's also a humble widget. If the humble is the way you roll, we roll with you. You also get a Steam key. I mentioned Steam twice simply because Steam is the most up-to-date build. So all the latest and greatest stuff is in the Steam build. Once we finish and release the final version of Delver, we will then turn our efforts towards the other platforms, namely Humble and Android. Those will get updated as well. And we would love to have an iOS version. Thankfully, our framework supports it, so it shouldn't be too much of an ask or too much difficulty for us to do. Again, Tengu, I have no influence over Twitch quality whatsoever. Sorry. Let's go back. Let's go to our repository, right? So, clear. Repositories, Delver, git status. Oh yeah, I've been doing a little. Did I actually change that? That's a question. Git diff. Yes, I did change that. Cool. Hey Hawaii. Hey Bluestone. It's always nice to see familiar names over in chat. Yeah, so I did a little bit of work off stream. Namely, I got this this shield kind of finished up. I think Simon last stream pointed out that I forgot to include a shield back, so I added a shield back for it. So that's a good thing to have. I noticed this wand or this staff was named Heretic's Legacy, and when I played it, Chad had definitely replicated the feel of the ethereal crossbow. So I'm just leaning into that like wholeheartedly. And then, yeah, that's kind of the work I did off stream. Still have some more pixel art to do, so it's probably what I'm going to be working on today. All right. And he named this staff after me, which is kind of interesting. So I'm not sure what to do with that now. Yeah. Yeah, El Mako, it is a mystery to me. As far as I know, there's no setting on my end that I can flip to make it behave properly. Maybe I should square this off a bit. I think that might read better. Yeah. So let me just jump into game real quick. I think I might reposition that just a little bit, but let's check it out. Go. Also, let me fire up my controller just to make sure. Again, trying to be good about using the controller as much as I can. Okay. Did I catch it? Oh, dang it. Yeah, it would be nice. Chad, is there, do you know if there's a way that we can detect controllers that come online after the executable has been launched? Is there any way that we can work around that? Hey, S Sweet. I think that's Sam Sweet, maybe? Sam, I think that's your name. Thanks for popping in. Uh, cool. So let's hop into here. And yeah, there's the Heretics Legacy item. Let me create a new copy of it. Uniques, Heretics Legacy. So yeah, it is definitely straight up the ethereal crossbow as a staff, and it does the kind of as you would expect. I'd love for the center one to be larger, but right now with our engine we don't have a nice way to do that. But I think it communicates what it's supposed to be pretty well. It may want to, right now it's at a pretty steep angle, it may want to just kind of even that out a little bit, so we can play around with the animation. Maybe make that a little bit nicer. I'm pretty sure for the maces, I just turn it towards the camera a little bit more, just so. Yeah, so let's grab that guy. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I just ever so slightly orient it more towards the camera, just so you can get a better view of it. But yeah, I'm not sure. I might just lean way hard into the heretic thing. I don't know. Cool. Let's just play around. It's a fairly quick thing to do. How is everybody on the eve of their weekend? Hopefully well. Animation. Dat. We have one attack, one charge. So these would be the two that we need to update. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's just make a copy, then paste, and then we'll have let's just call this, I guess, 1-2 for now, which is terrible, but whatever. 1-2 attack. And then in here, I think I need attack, animation, attack, strong animation, or I think I need attack and charge is what I need for. So here, and let's just do this, and then get rid of that, and there should be 1-2 attack, I think is what I need, and 1-2 charge. Okay, and now, how does this work again? Trying to remember. I think I have a Blender file somewhere that helps out with that. Let me see. Yeah, my Delver attack mockup is how I roughly do these animations, and it's just a Blender scene with a camera and a background that just approximates what it looks like. Again, it's not super. It's old. I made this a long time ago, so it might not be the best thing. We'll see. So it looks like I need to rotate it kind of awkwardly, actually. Like along the X and the Z. So maybe rotate Shift Y. How to do this easily. rotate XX. Rotate X. Yeah, this is just total eyeballing it. Gross. It's flipped the wrong way too. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's just see what these transforms look like. Hmm. Let's see what this just looks like in general. Let's just plug those in. 6 and 3, 7. Three, 2, 5.8. I'm also hoping that there's no axis flip either. We'll see. $250 should have been. And then I'm just going to copy, just keep the rotation the same across all of these. See what that looks like. Go. You might be right. You might be right, Hawaii. Some frameworks and libraries just can't handle that. Hey, Javier. Cute. And then we have to create a new one because the values for the items get serialized in the save file. So let's just create a new, not that one. New. Here we go. Oh man, that is all messed up. Yeah. Oh man. I can just try fiddling with it manually then. Let's try. So right now it's on the Z by 20. If I zero it out, which way does it go? And we'll just do it that way. Is the menu scaling properly yet? What do you mean? I mean, if you're asking, do we support resolutions under 1024 by 768? I don't think we do. Meeks, Heretics Legacy. Okay, so this is 0. Okay, I can't tell much of a difference, but if we change this, the Z axis to 90, what does it look like? Actually, let me just do it in the editor. That's probably faster, right? Now, from what I can tell, it looks exactly the same. Oh, because I put zeros instead of nines. So yeah, that makes sense why it looks exactly the same. Oh, weird. Okay, so that looks to be the axis seems to be that way. Let me try a different one. Let's make this 0, I guess. We'll just try manipulating each axis independently to figure out what's going on. Hey, Java B for time. Yeah, still working on the unique items. Just want to tweak the animation for this new staff. Okay, this is like, this is pretty much squared it up against the, almost, but yeah, but not quite squared it up to the view plane, which is curious. Okay, and let's try the other axis. Uniques, Heretics Legacy. Okay, so closer. If I rotate it on both of these axes, what do I get? I tend to play my monitor is a was it 1920 by 1200 I think is my resolution I play at, and I do have a 4K monitor I've tested it on, and those seem to work just fine. I don't think that's not right. Um, um, again, the editor, Hawaii, the editor does not get a lot of love because we're shipping a game, and the editor is only as good as we really need it to be. Okay, so if I were to export this, so let's go to, where is it? I think I have a script window, scripting, and then I run this, run script, and then I go back to my default view, and then now I have MISC, yeah, Delver Tools under the miscellaneous tab, and then if I say set keyframe, oh no, set keyframe, okay, and then I say, it looks like that did not take. Reset. Cool. Just reset both of these and hit I. Now, yeah, something's definitely going on with my little system here. File, open recent, back mockup. Let's try running the script first. Run. Alt and misc, and should be the only thing selectable in the whole darn scene. I hit save JSON and desktop j.json export. Should do that sort of thing. Okay, so here if I try to get this thing just rotated. Oh, nope. No. Maybe like so. Just to kind of have it more face the camera, I guess. Okay, and then I hit that keyframe. No suitable context info for the active keying object. So if I hit I, okay. Yeah, but then that gets it all kinds of bonkers, crazy. Yeah, I'm thinking it's still going to be weird. So yeah, minus 100. That's not good. I think this script is pretty rudimentary. Let's try, I guess, minus 100 and minus 47. These seem just odd values, and 60. Let's see how that works. A little gravelly today. Let me see. Uniques, Heretics, Legacy. And what does that look like? Oh, it looks like all kinds of crazy. Yeah. So Chris does have the crossbow mod. Yeah. That is a thing. I think his just. Yeah, that's probably closer to what I want anyways. Let me just take a peek at that. Steam library. And Delver workshop. Chris's crossbow mod. I can show this, yeah. Where is Chris's crossbow mod? There we go. Subscribe. Cool, it looks like it downloaded. Let's take a peek at the program files, Steam apps, workshop, content, some UID. Here we go. Woo, lucky guessing. Okay. Let's just take a peek at Chris's rotations and see how he's got it set up. data animations.dat. Go. Transform minus 75, 10, and 40. Let me just see how this looks. That's a good point, Javier. Thank you for reminding me that Chris already kind of solved this problem. Uniques, Heretics, Legacy. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it's a little flat for my taste. That might be okay. Let me try tweaking it just a touch. Let me try to figure out. On which axis to rotate it is the big question now. I think it has to be like the X and Y combined. Let's see if I change this to 20. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, I changed the wrong one. Duh, this is, yeah, let's go to here. Let's change this to 20. But can I just do something? Yeah. I can't tell the difference. Here, let me P and K and Uniques and Heretics Legacy. I'll pick it up and I'll hold it. Okay, and now if I Alt Tab and I say let's make this 40. Then while we're still running, I think I can hit K and refresh. And then K and Uniques and Heretics Legacy. Okay, yeah, I think that worked. I think that did work. So I can pick up this and I can put them side by side. I can see. Or did it not work? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it looks like it. Oh yeah, because the animation doesn't get baked in because the animation lives in its own file. So yeah, that might be too much. Let me turn that down to 30. I think we're slowly getting there. Yeah, that might be all right. Then I wonder, would that be okay for the other stabs, maybe? Not sure. Let me try putting this on the demon horn, demon thorn, demon horn staff. See what that looks like. Maybe it's okay if the staves are held slightly different than the wands. Maybe. Not sure if I'm 100% in love with that yet, but uniques. Not bad. The stock part is too long. It's not actually a stock. It's a wand or it's a staff actually. For this, yeah, it's not really supposed to be a crossbow. It looks like I mean, definitely is in the shape of a crossbow. It is effectively a staff. I feel like I should rotate it to face the crosshair more. I think that's what's bugging me. Can I figure out what axis does that? So if I bump this up to -85, what direction does it go? The wrong way? There has to be a more engineering, more methodic way of figuring this out. Right now, the coords are -55, 30, and 40. So -55, 40, and 30. It looks like one of my axes is flipped. Z. Let's take a look at that script. So I'm flipping the x-axis, it looks like, manually. E5. Yeah, take care, Hawaii. Even that still feels not quite right. Um, yeah, I might. I mean, I've been fiddling with this long enough. I'm not getting to a place where I like it, so I can just leave it alone for now. Let me just undo those changes. That's fine. It'll be fine the way it is. Cool. So this is called Numador, and this is Skeleton's Focus. So I need to figure out what to do with these two. I was thinking these would be crystals, but maybe not. I don't know. If I look at how I did the wands, I could probably lift, let's lift this one here. Drop it in place here. It's a little on the big side, but we could probably trim it down. To see how it would look. Is this still too big? Yeah, wow, it's still too big. I may have to change proportions of that then. Yeah, something like that may work. Oh my goodness. Just make a new layer. Let me just kind of freestyle on top of it and see where we end up. Yeah, those gems might be too big. Probably size them down just another touch. Again, like when they start getting more narrow, then they stop reading as gems, I think, which is my worry. See, then there's all of a sudden those nice clusters I had for yeah. So I'd also have to clean up this bit here, make it read proper, which maybe is not a bad thing. I can maybe just nudge it into place there. Wherever seems fine. Yeah, that's probably okay. That might be all right. Hey, Tajani111. Thanks for popping by today. Always nice to see folks come back. Um, I have no idea what this one does. Um, right now, I'm more concerned about making cool stuff than actually worrying about what it does. Um, yeah, so let's do something like this. Yeah, I think I could. Yeah, this could be cool. Kind of reuse and grip off that. Go. There we go. Actually, before I do that, now let's do that. Gold bits layer and add some gold pieces. That's kind of how I'm communicating that all these are cool things, I guess, is they're all gold. What if I push that up here? Cool. Yeah, finding the right design it can be a tricky thing in any venture. Yeah, that may be okay. Then I can change the color of the underlying stuff to whatever it needs to be, I suppose. Yeah, whatever. Let's just flatten it out. Save it, and we can color shift those if we need them to do different things. Maybe real quick, just as a touch up, just maybe it reads better if I just add it a little dark. There we go. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think the new armor is pretty cool. That's what I was aiming for with it. Um, mm-hmm. 15 minutes left. We had a pretty productive stream today. wondering on this bit if it makes sense for just to imply that this keeps going and have something that. I think the separation is nice. I think that just makes it way too confusing. Hey, Chris. How are you? You like the Wonder Woman W a lot more. Yeah, sometimes just having those big forms kind of make me a little, I don't know, not worried, but like I just don't know if they read super well, but whatever. Like that's fine. Even go. Yeah, that's becoming way too high fantasy. Like even this right here is pretty darn high fantasy for Delver, but I think that's all right. These are supposed to be like special crazy things. What if I did something like this? Just nudged them down. That might be all right. Sort of. It is. It's not a crossbow per se, but it is the ethereal crossbow from Heretic, basically. Um, which is all intents and purposes a staff. And this one Chad named after me, so I need to figure out what I'm going to do with it. He called it Skelton's Focus. Pretty sure. Yeah. So trying to figure out what to do with that. It could be a skull. I don't know. Like I think it's gonna be super awkward to try to draw a skull at like this 45 though. Is my concern, Um, Again, I just don't have a lot of pixels to do work with here, so that's the trick. Make it a pencil. Oh man. I can make it my Wacom stylus. um, yeah, no doubt, Chris. Crystal ball filled with blood. Yeah, I've tried to avoid gore as much as I can, for the most part. There are bits of it. It's not 100% gore free, but I try to avoid it if possible. Ha 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 ha. Let's just add some sellout so I can see what I'm doing here. Yeah. Man, I'm mad. Oh goodness. Just trying to get the eyes to sit in the right spot, I think, is going to be tricky. Yeah, that's not super awful. I'll keep fiddling, see what we can come up with, you know. Try to maybe make these purpley, and then try to add just some form with the pink here. And lots of squinting going on, so apologies if it hurts your face to watch me squint all the time. Yeah, I think we're slowly getting there, right? Going from awful to potentially acceptable. Thank you, Chris. That's kind of you to say. Yeah, it's not a lot of pixels to work with, but I think I'm doing my darndest to make it work. I wonder if the light should be more like this on that one. Yeah, it's all right. I'll err on the other direction. I wonder if I need to do. Maybe that reads a little bit better. Trying to make this nose bit distinct is tricky. Because we do have that, like, let me just so boom, meet my buddy. So we do have this nose bit here that's pretty bright, and then the brows should also catch the light. 45, right? If I can, like that, and then just copy and paste it up there. Perfect. Why is this so hard? I'm trying to do this backwards. Yeah. Whatevs. Yeah. So the top of the nose, the brows, and then like kind of the top of the teeth there should be catching a lot of light. So that's what I'm going to try to emphasize, I suppose. If I soften that, that's okay. Yeah. Let's just do that and that and that and that. And yeah, that's workable. Yeah, I think that's not the worst thing I've made today. Now for colors. Yeah, again, we're trying not to, if we can get away with it, we're trying not to have to do engine changes, but I'm leaving that in Chad's court. Like, Chad knows the engine way better than me, and I've told him that if he wants to make changes to support these new wands and stuff, he is totally, that's up to him, you know, like he can knock himself out, as it were. Yeah, that is way outside the sprite sheet. Even though it is cool. Brah. What to do? I guess I probably want to pick out those bits in gold. Let's see how that looks. I think is this. Let me just erase that and that. And purple for the win. Is the skull my rubber duck? No, 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 no. I do literally have a rubber duck. My rubber duck is a tool that I use to remember to talk to you folks. I position it directly behind my web camera, so whenever I'm staring at the web camera, I'm actually staring at my rubber duck. I think if it was all one color, it would lose some. It would not be as strong of a like a composition. Like it would just like it would how to word that? Like having material separation, I think, is what makes it read well. And I think making it all bone we'd lose that material separation. I think. Place the skull in the horns only to see how it looks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you folks aren't going to give up on that, are you? And this was supposed to be on a different layer, so let me just do this, that, and that, that. Control X, Control V, and let's just finagle this into position. There we go. Merge that down. And the kind of looks kind of cool, right? Meh, spooky. The problem is I'm way running out of texture space, right? It could also be cool, like, I'm a spooky sword. You know? But again, that's probably too high fantasy for Delver. You are welcome, Javier. And again, when this is out, you're welcome to chop it up and throw it into stuff. That's totally fine. Yeah, so that's the problem. Is like I am using gold as like an element for most of the uniques, but then the problem is I also have gold in other bits of things as well that aren't unique. So I don't know. Like there's a whole series of gilded items that are gold, but they're not unique. So like it's not as clear as if we had designed it up front to be that way. But yeah, I am using gold for the most part to indicate something is good. What is Skeletor's staff? Yeah, Skeletor's staff is different. It is purple, but it has a ram skull on it rather than There we go. Perfect. It's the flip of the two. Nice. Which is way more scary for some odd reason. Um, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, the purple's cool. Do I have actually? Do I have purple somewhere that I use that? Maybe not. Maybe no. Yeah, that'd be fine. Um, Let me just find something then that's close, and then I'll just adapt it. Because that is the name of the game at this point. Is not reinventing the wheel if I don't have to. Boom. That's okay. It's too thick, but let's make it work. We'll just use this as a swatch then over here on the side. That's the gold bits, and then we'll put. Wait, that's gold. So underneath the gold, we'll put the staff color. Let's do this. Nope. Let's do this then with the big brush and just kind of broadly paint in these strokes. Then I want to have this purple be the main color. Then maybe the highlight is this pink. Maybe we'll see. We'll see how that looks. Just not a lot of room to wiggle around here. So let's do something like real quick. Let's just make a new layer and let's just do paint over this and hit Control U. And let's darken this. That's cool. Darken it. Maybe hue shift it one way or another. Maybe more towards blue is kind of nice. Okay, and yeah, not the worst. Um, maybe new layer. Pick that, put that there. Control U. Let's play with the colorness of this. Maybe have it pull towards wait, maybe towards a saturated purple. Maybe pull the sat down just a touch. I think did I put it on the same layer? I did. That's all right. That's all right. Cool. Watch. Delete. Skull. Gold. These are the purple bits. Thank you. I think it's kind of coming together a little bit. Probably a gold pommel would feel okay. Let's just see. Let's just freestyle it. Let's make up something. I want to kind of echo the feel of this stuff, maybe. Yeah, this is getting into like crazy high fantasy stuff. Blech. Let's try this. See what it looks like. What if I pull it back that notch? What if I that might be okay. Wonder if I... I think the space there is important. Could go the other direction with that, though. I could this. Give those pixels a little bit more room to breathe. But maybe that transitions better into some sort of real quick grip on this. Yeah, is that working or no? I don't know. I have no idea. It's a thing. I don't know. Um, I'm wanting it to kind of feel like it's actually fastened onto the darn thing and not just kind of like magically floating there, if that makes sense. Anyways, I think I'm just about out of time anyways, so let's just see what I can do these last few moments. That's probably all right-ish. Yeah, that might have to be okay. Take a look, see what it actually looks like in game. That's a thing to check. Uniques and skeletons focus. Sweet. I like how the I guess by luck, the his mouth has the little brightness on it, but we could make that his eyes also too, I suppose. But yeah, that's okay.
Pew 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 pew.
Nice. Yeah, I think that works for the most part. Cool, cool, cool. All right, so I think I will call this a stream. Let me commit my changes and do all that jazz. So get status, items.dat. Did I change that? Get diff. Yes, I just haven't committed those changes yet. Clear. Get add dot get commit -m more unique item work. Cool. Chad's been doing sneaky changes as well. Nice. Yeah, let me just play a little bit then, and maybe my first death or after the first dungeon, I will call it a stream. So let's go ahead and take a peek and see what Chad's working on. Git log. UI scaling issues. That's nice. Yeah, that was done this morning. Cool. What else? Rithorian armor. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that person who had their UI scaling issues might get their problems addressed, which is cool. Okay, did I get it in time? Maybe. Oh, is it? I think this screen just doesn't scale nicely. Maybe. Yeah. So. Yep, it looks like whoever that was, if you're still here, buddy, it looks like we did fix it, so you can play on tiny resolutions now. I play smaller. Yes. Yeah, why don't let me do this application. This will let me say 320 by 240. Then let's make Delver that res. Beautiful. So yeah, so if you're trying to play at 320 by 240, it's probably not going to work still. Let me see if I turn down the... Oh, man. Yeah, let me try turning down the UI size. Inventory, and if I made it small again... Oh, that's not bad. It's not super great, but yeah, even at 320 by 240, if you turn the UI size all the way down, I think it's workable. Hey, Chad. Let's see, is there it in... Okay, let me go to options. Oh, it looks like this UI. Oh no! Oh no! Escape. Escape. Options. Yeah, let's play some Delver. Let's actually start anew. We had a player who was playing at something like 1300 by 768, and the UI just was not scaling appropriately, even in the menus for them. Cool. So yeah, this, if you haven't played Delver, this is it. This is where you start a new run. This is the campfire. There are folks to talk to, folks to buy stuff from. There's a doggo you can pet. Thanks, buddy. Let's go have a good run. And yeah, let's enter the dungeon and let's meet our nasty death. Cool. Yeah, might as well steal the candle, right? That's a thing we can do. Give ourselves a little bit more light to work with. Always a nice thing. You can always steal the shopkeep's candle at the start if you want. That is a thing that is there for you. Explore here. Show me all the sweet insider tips. Yeah, like I've been doing development for over an hour now. So whoa, what's going on in here? Oh man, oh this trap. This trap. Oh goodness, bombs and all that good whatnot. A magic short bow, beautiful. Cool. I just need arrows now for that short bow to be useful. Oh man, lots of friends. I shot right over her head twice. There we go. Oh, we've got a couple dark potions. Let's see what the dark potions do, shall we? Let's just give it a go, wind up and a toss. Looks like dark potions are poison, which is, I'm glad I threw it. Nice. Arrows, perfect, and a buckler of magic. +6 magic is a lot of magic. Let's equip that. Yeah, wow, that's a difference of. It adds quite a few shots to my wand up there. If you didn't notice, oh my goodness, I went from 7 shots to 25, so that's a big difference. So let's just. I guess we're doing a magic build this run. And speed. Okay. Yeah. The spike traps are triggered by movement, which is pretty cool. A pro tip now, I guess, is if you have a controller, you can actually. Let me see. Oh no! I guess an earlier build, I was able to move slow enough over them. So I think Chad, I think we need a min move threshold so you can actually like inch your way over it. So I think that was a nice touch. So having like a min value for it to trigger, I think is a nice subtle distinction there. Yeah, the gamepad stuff is important to us. Like we want to make sure that it is a good play experience. I was gonna say, Chad, should we talk about timelines at all, or you still want to let that bake a little bit? I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, wireless. Yeah, so I guess this is a bit of an update. So Chad and I guess we're holding ourselves to basically we've set this coming, when is it? When is Thanksgiving? I think it's something Thursday in November. It is, looks like the 23rd of November. So basically we are, yep, thanks Chad. Yeah, so that we kind of are holding ourselves to account that if some feature or piece of art is not into the game by the 23rd of November, it's not going to get in the game. We're putting a hard cut date, which is exciting because that means we're going to stop adding new stuff to the game at that point, and it's probably going to be in its final form, minus bug fixes and some small things like that. Woo! So it's cursed. Cursed 6 to 7, but it takes a really big chunk off of my defense. Yeah, I'll go back to my wand. The 360 controller has always been a popular controller among indies. I just think it's a decent controller. I think they're relatively cheap these days too, right? Cool. Yeah, so level down. Let's blow this person up. And magic! Nice. Yeah, no, it definitely is like... the 360 controller is kind of like the de facto standard for a lot of things, so no need to be shocked there. Like I am a former Microsoft employee, but I also have been running, you know, iOS and Mac OS for years now. I'm not too beholden to any one particular system. I think staying well versed in many technologies is a good way to go, especially if you want to be like hireable in, you know, in many axes. Thank you. Yeah, the explosion effects, we're pretty happy with how they turned out. It's really just a series of particle emitters and some sprite work, and and ooh, that's awful. The real fancy stuff is the alpha erosion particles that we have. Those are really super fancy. Can I doom jump it? There we go. 5 to 8, which I think is 6 to 7, but -3 defense. So let's just. We still need to fix that scoop issue. Chad, can you take a look at that? So if I were to select this, and then now as I drag it over my inventory, we kind of. Maybe not? Let me see. Yeah, so if I... Yeah, we still get a little bit of that scoopage, so I highlight this and I hold down A and I move up. And I kind of get more than I bargained for in terms of selection. See there, I got 2 items. It's not super great. Thank you. Yeah, we've put a lot of work into making sure the dungeon area is beautiful and up to the same quality bar as the rest of the game. Nice. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Yeah, and then I did do some tweaking on the. Yeah, maybe I should. Yeah. Because right now I'm using gen infos to spawn stuff in the caves, which is why that spider was there. Which may or may not be an advisable way to. Because I was just trying to find a quick way to raise the monster count across the board, rather than editing all of the rooms to have more monster markers. So I basically added a monster marker as a gen info object. Yeah, the zombies have now been moved into the caves, so the caves are where you find the zombies. I'm trying to make trying to imply that all the living people you meet in the first couple floors of the dungeon, like Chad has written some lore stuff about like mining parties and expeditions, and I'm trying to give like a little bit of an in-game explanation as to where they've all gone. So a lot of these, there's a good chance that these big ones will contain zombies. I think it's like a 1 in 3 chance that there's a zombie in the big eggs. Oh no! That was okay. This is poison. This is food. Nice. Okay. Can I just knock him into the lava? Nice. Just let him live down there. That's fine. Oh man. Lots of zombies. I can probably engage this one safely at a distance. Then maybe can I get to him with indirect. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, more magic. Okay, there we are. Yeah, so I'm thinking this makes. Hopefully this makes the caves feel a little bit more different. Also, the small eggs, you can step on them and break them, which is cool, because that allows the enemies to kind of blunder into them and break them. And sometimes that drops bombs and other fun stuff, so it allows a little bit more like emergent stuff to happen without the enemies having to be like too incredibly smart to do much about it. Are you good? Yes. Okay, nice. I think he's trying to flee, but I can just get the drop on him. There we go. Let's just smash this to get out of our way, and of course there's a zombie in it. Yeah, put him in the lava, that's fine. Yeah, I need to end this soon. Cool. So Bluestone says, why doesn't the exclamation points change to poison? Every time you consume an unidentified potion, there's a die roll to see if you identify it. We always tell you what status you're under, but we don't always identify it. So sometimes you have to drink multiple potions to actually get it identified for you. And Chad, you know, have we fixed the bottomless pits in this area? I know it was on our to-do list. I haven't seen it in a while, but I haven't been testing the sewers too heavily. Oh, not the sewers, the caves. Whoa! Oh, nice! I have Chris's crossbow installed. I forgot about that. Do I have arrows? Nice. It's a poison crossbow. Thank you, Chris. Awesome. So yeah, that looks like a bottomless pit. That seems to be working okay. I think this is a dead end. The bottomless pits might still be borked. Which creature is the most difficult combat-wise? I don't know. I don't know. Like for the longest time, the baby spiders were actually pretty deadly to me because I hadn't figured out their timing. I also reduced their damage a little bit too, so they're not because they were doing quite a bit of damage, and then I nerfed them so they do just a reasonable amount. Now there's the way down. No, the issue with bottomless pits is sometimes they don't get the correct texture placed in the bottom, so they are just really deep pits that don't kill you, and you just fall into them and you live there, which is not great. No, bats aren't so bad. Though I'm likely... Oh, something got me. Oh, set that bat on fire. But yeah, something got me. Oh my goodness. Cool. Bats are annoying, yeah. If you want to deal with... I mean, paralyzed wands are a good way to deal with flying enemies, because when you paralyze a flying enemy, they stop flying, and they will crash to the ground, which is helpful. Yep. That's kind of the loop of Delver, is you play a while, you learn a few things, and you die, and you kind of repeat the process, learning more than you did, and hopefully have a better run the next time around. But I'll give my doggy a pat. Hey, Sam. And yeah, let's get out of here. Let's quit. And yeah, so let me think. Yeah, I'm glad that different people have different things that they hate, if that makes any sense. Yeah. So let me think. So my cheat sheet says I'm Joshua, and this has been a Delver Week daily stream. You can follow me here on Twitch or on Twitter at Joshua Skelly. Most places that's what I use. I am a Twitch affiliate, which is cool. I guess I stream enough to qualify for that. But if you want, you can subscribe and support me, which I consider like a tip jar. I'm still trying to figure out what to do with the money that I make from that, but it's not a lot, so I've been thinking of a few things. But I do have, I think at this point in time, I have 9 subscribers. I lost one since yesterday. Let me double check that then. Yeah, unfortunately, the way for me to get my subscribers is not super fast. So let me see. Let me see if they're fast today. Maybe. Come on. There we go. So it looks like my current subscriber list is Drakenson, Glass Casket TV, Smith, Neil Slichter, Louis Carl Actual, New Obj, Nixrod, Dr. Kegel, and Shambler Knot. So you folks apparently like what I do and you want to see more of it, and I appreciate that. You also, there's a Discord, I think. So let me see, Discord. Yeah, so the Discord channel is where we can talk about my different projects. So the server has several channels. The channels are aligned to different projects. There's a Delver channel. There's a Lunch Break Roguelike channel. There is a BS Chess channel. There's even a channel for Show and Tell, which people show off really cool stuff that they're working on. And you folks are talented. I am really impressed. Yeah, there's always cool stuff going on there. And yeah, if you want to see how games are made or want to get help or show off what you're working on, please stop by. I think that's it. I think it's enough of me shamelessly plugging myself. I don't stream on Saturdays. I stream 6 days a week, which is still quite a bit. I'll be back Sunday with the normal Delver development stream, which I do more of a recap of the week in Delver development and do a little bit longer in-depth development stuff. But it's similar to this. It's pretty much the same format. I think that's good. Thank you everybody so much for hanging out and giving good feedback and asking good questions. I really appreciate that. And thank you for kind of hanging with us as we are in this last mile of development. Like I said, we're committing to Thanksgiving as the hard cut date. So anything that's going to be getting into Delver needs to get in before then. And then after that, we're kind of not quite freezing the code, but we're trying to just do stability stuff after that. That's the plan. And then hopefully sometime after that, release, maybe, whatever that looks like. Again, also, if you are a streamer, and it doesn't matter if you're a big streamer or a little streamer, reach out to us. We would love to hook you up with a copy of the final version before we release, so you can help us out by streaming it. And yeah, if that sounds interesting to you, please reach out. All right, enough of this. I will see you on Sunday. Have a good weekend, and again, thanks for making my day cool.